Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Esteemed FaceTime with Leaders, an initiative by World Development Corporation. I am Sunny Pancholi, anchor at World Development Corporation. FaceTime with Leaders is a platform for industry titans to share their experiences, thoughts, ideas, and best practices in order to inspire one another and future leaders. In a nutshell, we attempt to encapsulate the multi-decadal learnings acquired by these industry leaders. We also hope that by conducting these FaceTime with industry stalwarts interviews, we can bring together a global community of eminent personalities. By bringing together such visionaries on one platform, we hope to play a part in inspiring the lives of other leaders. Great learnings from great leaders undoubtedly assist everyone by identifying, nurturing, and using the trade secrets that are proven success formulae for many. And this is what we aim to achieve with these sessions that are a gathering of industry stalwarts and a knowledge-sharing community. We have one such industry magnate on FaceTime with Leaders with us today, Mr. Subodh Acharekar. A warm welcome to FaceTime with Leaders, Mr. Acharekar. Mr. Acharekar is a highly skilled and experienced quality assurance manager with expertise in QA operations, policies, and procedures. Using his different skills and excellent knowledge of quality systems, staff training, employee supervision, audit coordination, and chemical processing, he has worked across industries in various roles such as Senior Executive for Development of Pigments, Chemist, Quality Assurance Manager, Quality Control Manager, Research and Development Manager, Consultant, General Manager, and Mutual Fund Distributor. He is said to use the multiplicity of his knowledge, seasoned over 4 decades in the corporate governance and sustainability space. So, Mr. Acharekar, how did you come about working across so many industries in so varied and intricate roles?
Very good afternoon. Thank you for the opportunity given by you to me to speak against this such a very big and very good platform.
Pleasure, sir.
I have started my career from 1980. After completing my BSc, I joined this Gada Chemical, the private limited has already appointed me as a junior chemist. In Gada Chemicals, I did process sample. My duty was process sample analysis, raw material analysis, finished product analysis, and analytical method development for new products. Gada Chemicals Private Limited is a research-oriented organization. So at that time, there were around 8 research labs. So there are a number of research going in that at that time. So we have to develop new analytical techniques in 1980. So I got this opportunity to work with a Dr. Gada, who is a renowned chemical engineer in India. And after while doing service in Gada Chemical, I came to know that I am lacking some of the things like scaling up of the product. And something like the more theoretical knowledge, because there, whatever you have to do analyze, you have to theoretically think what is happening actually. So I started learning MSc. So while doing service, I did MSc Organic Chemistry. Simultaneously, I took the admission to the Indian Institute of Chemical Engineers, Kolkata. That is the AMII Chemi. This is a professional exam conducted twice a year, and it is equivalent to BE or BTech in chemical engineering. So those knowledge were quite helpful to me even today. So after completing my MSc, I joined Amines and Plasticizer Limited as a chemist. So there I have both the roles, research and development as well as quality control. So research and development, we develop a lot of chemicals, ethylene oxide based chemical, then phthalate based plasticizers. At that time, we made import substitute methyl diethanolamine, which is used for absorption of carbon dioxide in a refinery. Carbon dioxide is generated in the processing of refineries. There I have worked around 3.5 years. Then I joined Color Chem as a R&D supervisor in pigment department. So there I got opportunity to work on various types of pigments. These pigments are used in paint industry, then ink industry, Textile, plastics, whatever you see the color, blue color drum or blue color buckets or blue color these container plastic, green color container, on those pigment I have worked. Then azo pigment, that is like red pigments, yellow pigment. So many pigments we have worked depending upon the customer's need, the market requirement. So stability, this particularly yellow color pigment, these are not stable under sunlight. So we have developed at that time light fastness pigment. That means which are not affected by the light. So such a good type of experience I have got in a color chem. There I have worked for 15 years. I have promoted from supervisor to officer to executive level. Afterwards, in Mumbai area, the company started migrating. So they about to close down the unit. So at that time, we took the VRS and I started exploring other opportunities. Meanwhile, what happens when I started my career? India was a emerging economy, but it was in nation state. So at that time, only hardly the globalization was there. In 1991, globalization was started. So slowly the SEBI has come up in 1992. In 1999, the IRDA was, I think, formed. So one day, ICICI Prudential Life Insurance Company, they have gave the advertisement in paper that new opportunities in era. So I went to that seminar. It was a very big seminar. And there we came to know what is the insurance, because before that only people were knowing LIC.
Right.
So the LIC, but nobody was knowing. So at that time I got the very interesting, because in those days no investment avenues were available and no knowledge was there. Just somebody will say this you put in LIC. People were putting LIC. So at that time they were conducting research on who are joining. So I joined their program, learning program. Then later on, I came to know it is the insurance advisor program. But that helped me a very lot because I got how to invest, what do you mean by insurance, everything the knowledge, because totally new knowledge. So I got convinced. So I joined as a insurance advisor as there. So I started my financial journey from 2001 onwards, simultaneously along with. Well, because we see as a technical people, we technical people don't know the finance. Many people are not acquainted with this. So this was new. So I was started saying to my friends and all these things. See, such avenues are there. So people were interested at the time, because up to 2001 there are a lot many things can happen in the stock market. 2000 this software bubble has happened. Then Y2K program was there.
Right.
So many things. So afterward, in 2003, I left the color chem. Then I joined Hubeck Color in Ankleshwar as a R&D manager. So the R&D manager, but I work hardly 6 to 7 men there because of their lot of pollutions were there in Ankleshwar. So I left, and further I have to manage my portfolio also. No, at that time, because we in various some handsome amount I got. So I started learning how to invest and all these things. So it took around 1 to 2 years. So later on I joined. By the time my insurance advisor business was going on simultaneously. Afterwards, one opportunity came from one of the reputed laboratory chemical manufacturer in India, that is SD Fine Chem Limited. They are at that time they were the competitors of Merck India. Merck India is a reputed name in laboratory chemical.
Right.
Very big international organization. So I got this opportunity as a quality assurance manager. So I joined that concern. I worked for around 8 to 9 months. But at that time, the company was at far distance from Tarapur. So again, I got an opportunity in around 2008 in one of the investment center. One of my distant friend was there. There was nobody to handle this investment center. So he requested me, can you run this investment center? Because I was having the insurance knowledge and all this, I said, okay, let me see. In 2000, I started handling his investment center, where I learned a lot of products, health insurance. Insurance was already knowing, but health insurance concept was not there at that time in 2001. Right. It has come around 2006 or something like that. That was in nation state. Then I learned mutual fund. Mutual fund I was knowing from right from the beginning, but there I have done the mastery. Then I passed the mutual fund distributor exam. So in 2008, the market was crashed like anything, and every day market was falling from January 2014 to December up to February 2009. So every day I know in 1 month, I think December 2008, the people were so scared. So I got only business of 5,000 rupees, and my rent at that of that particular the shop, yeah, around 25,000 rupees. So
Right.
such a difficult phase was there, because and at that time there are certain people where they used to come to me. I kept in daily SIP by strategy, so that even though market will fail, our invest will go on continue. And this goes on continue up to 9th March, and 9th March was the bottom. 8,000 market has come from around 14 to 15,000. Bombay
Right.
Sensex. Afterward, that the market then boomed like anything. Within 1 or 2 months, people's money has doubled, because such a bottom level people have put the money. At that time, I know the BOI at that time, now it is the Bank of India tax advantage fund. We invested money around it was a public issue, IPO at that time. So within, I think, 3 to 4 months, the money has been doubled. Well, such a bottom level market, no? So the huge. So afterwards, some people started trying, but then still people were not in that particular mode to invest. But then I understood. So what is actually in before that understood, actually we for anything, you must know the product specification, and it is applicability. It is common. So afterwards, then I worked there, and then I got opportunity from one of the investment center as a general manager to look after whole things, operations. So I worked there for 1 year, and again the market was in this not in that much booming stage. It was in falling phase only after 2012. So again, SD Fine came limited. They called me for quality control manager. So I thought that it is better from this uncertainty to migrate my original field. So again, I migrated to quality control field, and again there was a challenge. So in up to 2008, lot of regulations have been changed in pharmaceutical industry. FDA norms have changed. So many things have changed. So and their laboratory norms also changed. So they wanted to implement this enable accreditation. You have seen some of the clinical laboratories enable accredited. It is a specific guideline for establishing laboratory. It is such a tough audit, a very difficult audit. So in ISO 17,025 2005. So I we learn those 5 days program, then uncertainty of measurements, which are required for purity of chemicals. So I implemented that system. Then it take around 3 to 4 years. That was also one of the great achievement. Our laboratory got this certificate, enable certificate, lab, because that company manufactures around 4,000 to 5,000 laboratory chemicals. So I got such a huge experience of handling a big department. Around 20 chemists were in my hand. Total manpower was me under 30. So I studied their behavior, mental behavior, mentality, so many interviews and all these things. So I found that many people nowadays are lacking in theoretical knowledge. People do the courses, but actually application knowledge they don't know. Well, in our time, it was not there. In our time, such a big percentage were there. So even we cannot stand, if suppose we stand around any chemical experiment, so we must know each and every product. So such a people are very difficult to get. And nowadays, the quality has gone down like anything. That I will come on another question. So afterwards, I got another, there I work around, say, around 2018. Then I got opportunity from MAZDA as a pigment quality assurance manager. So it was a big company than this. So they are the number 8 producer of copper thiocyanate in the world. So I got that opportunity also. I worked there, but after later on, COVID has come, and afterwards, my age was also 60. So the company also returned, because there was the uncertainty to whether the company will run or not. Because already some people young people were there. So I took the and then I started my mutual fund base full time. And meanwhile, I have learned the techniques of share market trading also. So I thought that it is now better to learn all these things. There are certain other things are also going on. Then one day, I recently 2 to 3 months back, I think there was while searching some topic on some share market, I came to know this video of this Institute of Directors, Director Institute. So this is independent director. I thought this is a very interesting part because I just see the overview of the, I think, 3 to 4 minutes video, I think. So I took the seminar, I think 1 to 2, 3 hours. So I attended it. I think Jishan Patel, they have explained very nicely. So I thought that I have so much experience in quality assurance, quality control, and this financial industry. So I have versatile experience. Well, why not? I should try. Only that direct experience I don't have, but I asked them to whether you do placement or you do some type of way. So I thought to, I think, later join this course and upgrade my knowledge. If any opportunity comes, definitely I can share my knowledge, because I have started from my ground level, junior chemist level to manager level. So it is better because I understand what are the difficulties at management levels are difficulties are different, and lower level difficulties are different. So what we think from there, so I will be in better position to explain what are the people at bottom level thinks about the top management, because this particular board of director, they should be acquainted with all the things which are going on in the industry.
So, Mr. Acharekar, what is the
Yeah.
most challenging aspect of your job roles?
Yeah.
And is there a common learning you have taken from different fields that help you with every challenge?
Yes, sure. What I actually the challenging role, see, in any industry, say for example, chemical, mechanical, electrical, or civil, and financial product. The product is the main criteria. Anybody is going to sell or buy product only. So that product knowledge should be, you should have crystal clear product knowledge, thorough knowledge. Whether you are in manufacturing, whether you are in sales, whether you are in buyer, as a seller, whatever may be. So in when in R&D or quality assurance, with respect to chemical, because there are two parts. In case of me, my experience is divided into two parts: financial market and technical market, chemical industry. In chemical industry, quality assurance, quality control, and product design. R&D means product design. In financial product also, somebody is designing the product and I have to sell the product, market the product. So the product is the main in both all the industries. So we have to know, we should know perfect about the product. What are these features? What are the specifications? Unless and until you don't know the specification, you will not don't know the application of the product. Any part. So suppose chemical industry, if I want to say, for example, I want to market the product to paint industry. So whatever, I will require pigment which are opaque, because paint should not be a transparent one. So I will make the product for pigment industry and I will market that product. And they will check the suitability and they will, okay, then we will approve it and they will manufacture as per their orders. In R&D, first you design the product, check the product with customer, suitability. If this is suitable, you make in larger scale, bulk scale, or medium scale. These are but these are the challenging roles. First is to design the product, and in management, second is the quality of product. See, I can make any product, but whether it is suitable. See, if suppose in pharma industry, I made a certain product, so that product should be 99.99% pure, highest purity. If you make a 95% product, it has no value. They will reject the product because nobody is going to use your import product. So this is called quality. There are certain criteria. The product should be soluble in water. Product should not give color to that solution. In pharma industry, they check that. Even if suppose if you dissolve white color product, but sometimes it not give water white color to water, but it will show certain tinge, yellow tinge or like that. So we have to see that also. If certain yellow tinge is there, that means there are some impurities, soluble impurities. So we have to remove those at micro level. So again, we reprocess those products and again test it, purify the product and test it. And then after it is okay in specific, because they give the specification. We want product as per this position, 99.5 to 100% pure. This lead contains something less than 5 ppm because there are the impurities. No? There are certain heavy metals on all these they are coming, but there is a limit. It should be less than 5 ppm, very micro level, triple not 5%, like that. And there are certain color. It should be appearance. So certain crystalline powder, amorphous powder, white crystalline powder. Mean white also there are so many shades. So white means perfectly white, not off white. So such a specification we have to pass. But further, there are certain instruments are there which test the impurity at very ppb level, part per billion level. So for those different types of equipments are there. So we have to check. And there, if our specific product specific matching with them, then only we are selling the product to them or releasing the product to them. For that purpose, they do the audit. To face the pharma audit is very difficult one, because they check your system, whether you have that what we call the qualified person, we have that equipment which are qualified, because certain because equipment also has different types of accuracy. Some people there is a 0.5% accuracy. Certain equipments are there that 0.001, triple not or 401% accurate, such a level. So in those specifications we have to make the product. So this is a challenging job. It looks simple to make the product, but to quality of the product is very important. And we have to see the cost of the product also. See, we can make any product, but it should be feasible wise, cost wise feasible. Suppose they have given, say, we want product of 100 rupees only, and other competitors are making at 100 rupees. So naturally, we have to make it at we have to sell it at least 95 rupees. Suppose that customer, this other supplier, he has brought down his price to 90 rupees. Then we cannot compete, no. So we have to make a certain margin to company also, and we have to that manufacture part at such a rate that even though it comes down 20%, 30%, we should be able to sell the product, because we are not direct manufacturer don't sell the product directly. They sell to certain agent. So their agent has also some different types of commission, no, 10%, 20%, wholesaler, then retailer, like that. So such a thing. So these are the very challenging part, to design the product and design the product as per specification and quality check. So after making the product, the quality is more important. Then packing. Packing is also a very important subject, because this pharma level product or other product, they are affected by sunlight. So we have to pack in certain bottles, brown color bottle, or the plastic bottle. The plastic bottle, you think that they are very compact, but there are porosity. Sometimes water gets migrated from that, and the product may degrade. At ppm level, moisture also goes inside. So if you find, you will find in most of the bottle there are some silica gel pockets are there. That is to absorb the moisture. Otherwise, the product will degrade. So such a thing, these are the challenges in industry. How to make the product, how to pack it. All these are challenges. Then while packing also, we have to keep very much eye. See, sometimes what happen, the stoppers or the container, they have stopper. You have to use properly. There are certain inside there is a plugs are there. That should be matched as per that. If certain even micro level gap also it will not fit, then it will become a. Then you will find some certain aluminum foil is coated on top of the where the bottle. It is sealed. It is the purpose of that. The moisture or air should not go inside. Because of air, oxidation takes place and the product degrades. Then outside cap. So all for common man it looks very simple, but in industry it is very difficult. We have to check all such packing material also. We check the packing material comes in lot, so we have to check those material, their diameter, specification, because they have to fit in the boxes also, corrugated boxes. There are also specification. A certain level bottle. There are also depends upon the products also. Certain products are very light. Certain products are heavy. For example, if you put mercury in bottle, it is a 13 times more heavy than water. So in 100 ml bottle, you will into 13. So 1.3 kg mercury will be there. But in 100 ml bottle, only 100 ml water will be 100 gram water will be there. So this is the difference that you have to study. So very interesting topic. And in case of financial product, you should understand the need of the customer. What is his profile? First, we have to check his profile, whether he is from which profile, his income level. Depending upon income level and depending upon his risk-taking capacity, we have to suggest the product. See, what happens generally, people, if you go to any investor, this investment center or an advisor, what they will do, they will just first try to pitch your insurance product. But insurance and investment, these are two different things. That you should know. These are the challenges in financial industry. What actually people do, many times I have observed that the advisor who sells the product, he doesn't have any proper knowledge. Really speaking, and I came to know, that's why I went into that area, because many technical people are cheated by such advisors. Many people pitch unique product, but many people don't know. People think that it is market related product. Our return will exorbitant after 10 years, 15 years, but it is not like that. There is a catch. If you see your, because nobody reads document. Mortality rate is very important. If you have a unique product, you go to your house and see the mortality table. If you see the mortality table, then you will come to know at younger age, the mortality per and that price, whatever the cost is given per 1,000, and you are taking insurance in terms of lakhs. So per 1,000, suppose 10 rupees at 25 age. So for 1 lakh, you have to multiply by again 100. For 1,000 rupees, 10 rupees. 10,000, 100 rupees. And for 1 lakh, 1,000 rupees. If suppose you take the insurance of 10 lakh, so multiplied by 10. So your insurance mortality charge is 10,000. So if your suppose premium is 25,000. So initially you will look fine. My 10,000 are going to Europe. But when as you achieve your age 50, then your mortality will be around 25, 30 per annum. So you multiply that. So you will find that your premium is not sufficient, and whatever you have accumulated, it can vanish within 5 to 6 years, because you are I have done this calculation also. So purposely I took some of the product for myself, and I observed how this product runs. So when recently I surrendered some of the policies, I came to know when that policies were up to 75,000. I took the premium of 20,000 rupees. Initially it was okay, but later on I calculated the mortality is such a high at 75 age. You will not believe that mortality charge per year will be around more than 70,000. So my premium is 20,000. So remaining 50,000 from where they will get? They will deduct from my fund value, which is I have accumulated. So naturally, when we come to know at the end of the policy, you will get nothing. Sometimes it may get auto surrender. So I immediately surrender those policies. To give any product to the customer, first I took it, I examined it, how that product works. So these are the challenges. When so afterwards I left that insurance business. I do only now mutual fund, because mutual fund is very simple product. Very simple product. People will say so much for financial planning and all these things. To identification of the, in short, I can say identification of the need, and you should give need-based product, and you should not cheat just because of commission. I never see myself in my shoe. I always see myself in customer shoe. When I purchase this product, how I will feel if somebody will cheat me. Then only you will understand you are doing proper product. So business ethics These are very important. So I have followed in my technical side as well as financial side also. Because business, I can cheat anybody. It is like this. But after 10 years, what will happen? You will come to know, I have cheated you. Then there are certain people, still they don't leave me. I do only with limited people, because I have tried for common people also, but the problem is that their income is so low that once they get funds accumulated, so they withdraw it. Then there is no point. If suppose you withdraw at wrong time, then it is not possible. Actually, mutual fund or this financial product, at least you should keep it for 10 years. Then 10 years you see a miracle. Because this power of compounding. See, as a technical person, many people will say, we know power of compounding, but don't know anything. Even mathematician also, they don't know. But actual power of compound, how it goes, it like anything. For example, I will tell you one fund in 1996, I think Reliance Growth, roughly. It has value of rupees 10. Somebody has invested in 1 lakh. Now its value is around 2 crore.
Right.
So in 2020, how much times it has grown? Those so some of the I invested in something Kothari at that, but I removed in 1990. Such a things are there. So you have to. It is a long-term based product. Only see, market will go on churning like this. If you put in 5 years, you will not get the result. After 10 years only, you will get the. After 20 years, you will miracle. Because power of compounding goes very abnormal. So these are the
and it requires so much of patience actually to stay into the market and stay invested for so long. Requires so much of patience. And that's why it is being said that, not everybody could be a Warren Buffett or a Rakesh Jhunjhunwala for that.
And another, these are the certain challenges. Like in product. After there are other challenges also. For example, your product fails. Then in case of technical industry, chemical, so we have to find customer reject the product it sent to you. So we have to study why it is failed. What we call is the root cause analysis. Why it is failed. Certain things are there. So we have to check in what application they have used, how they have used. We ask their procedure, how you are doing. Then we are actually testing. And if really testing is defective, then we have to take the corrective action, how to rectify the product. Whether our process parameters were wrong or properly maintained at that time. If they are maintained, then what happened? Why this product has failed? So root cause analysis. Then we have to take corrective action. Then we have to take preventive. In future, next batch should not happen. So we have to take preventive action. So you must know product identification, product specification, root cause analysis, then corrective action, preventive action. All these is applicable to even finance industry also. If you give the wrong product and you identify it is a wrong product to you, then immediately you should tell the customer, this is wrong product. I'm extremely sorry, and you should give certain substitute to change. It happens, no? Sometimes you use the wrong product because on the basis of needs, so we have to do careful analysis of that personality as well. So these are the challenges. Proper product knowledge, then if product fails, root cause analysis, corrective action, preventive. Corrective action means what? You have to give replacement. Suppose if you have taken the defective pen and it has suppose blue, instead of blue color, I gave the yellow color. So what it is a fail. Product is fail. No, his requirement was blue color, but the product has become yellow color. So you have to give the replacement. That it should be a free of cost. So because you have given wrong. So that way, this is a corrective action. And preventive action, how instead of blue color, why that blue color has gone, whether it is mistake, whether we have stored blue color pigment in yellow color pigment area. So area wise also we have to store, no, different.
Yes.
So these are the challenges.
So many challenges faced and addressed successfully. Mr. Acharekar, have you ever thought about having your own establishment and where you can use your expertise and experience to the fullest?
I have tried in something 1995. I started manufacturing small scale paint, water-based paint, water-based primer. This red primer, red oxide primer, no? Water-based primer. At that time, nobody was having idea, but I, with the help of polymer emulsion, I tried to. For that purpose, I took the. But at that time, this, for example, this construction industry was not in boom. So I made around 25 kg product, and I supplied around 5 to 10 kg. But some people have used it; they got better. But that marketing and main thing, recovery of money is more important. It is for a small owner or small supplier. People don't care. That means they don't issue the money immediately, because for big companies it matter different. But for small scale manufacturer, it is very difficult. If the money is not recorded in time, then you cannot sell it. So I found that this is not a cake of mine, because it will require huge investment. Because chemical, I can make anything, but it requires huge capital, and the huge capital investment. Suppose if you fail, then you cannot come up. Main thing, people startups. You have seen yesterday only. I have seen some of the advertisements. Many are not getting funding, then they have to close down the unit. It should not happen. It should have proper planning, proper plan, and your marketing should be. It should product have very much high demand. Then only you can do. And there are so many competitors, because my water-based primer was very good. So I made 3 qualities at 20 rupees per kg, 45 rupees per kg, and 85 rupees per kg at that time. So 85 rupees kg was not the perfect product. Nobody has. This is what you say in terms of today. That will come in your ESG question. That eco-friendly paint, it is called, because in solvent there are a lot of toxic solvents and other chemicals are used. But here only water-based, water is used as a medium, so it is eco-friendly. So that I have tried in 1998 something. But afterwards, when I went to in financial product, so I decided how much companies are profiting. If you see all the balance sheet, they are going at the rate of 25-30%, not or 12%. If you are earning 12%, I will say it is not necessary to start the business. You better invest and make a return. Because 12% has no meaning. If you have future forecast that I may earn more than 25, then it's okay. If you are that means return on equity, you should be more than 30%. Then only it is feasible to start the business or run the business. Because to run the business, it is a very difficult uphill task. It is not so easy. You have to keep the manpower, their expenditure. Here 12% we can, without by self knowledge also we can do 12% return. Mutual fund share market return, anybody can make a 20-25. If you have proper knowledge, you can make a 25% return per month also. So who will invest in that huge capital and all this stuff? Instead of you invest the money and generate the return. See, I am professional, because I know, because I have started business, how it has gone into. It is not easy. To run the business, recovery of the money is not easy. For big company, it is okay, because they have big setup. They can recover. They have a legal team, everything. One man cannot be possible unless until you have unique product. It is nobody can manufacturing or nobody is using. So better way. So I decided, unless and until you are not getting profit above 30%, is no point in doing this. Because 20% return can long term we can generated by this also. And from this point, I don't understand why people give the layoff. If you are doing the profit well, you put certain money in such a condition that this is going to my salary only, and you should make a financial point over a period. That money should generate your salary of all the people.
Right.
And nobody should be given a layoff. It is your company. When I start company, that means all employees are my family. And if I thinking of giving a layoff, suppose if you are family member and tomorrow suppose you are earning, your expenditure is 1 lakh and you are earning 50,000, whether will remove any family member from your family? Nothing. Nobody will do. What we people do, let us accommodate. Even though he is not doing anything, he is not doing productive, people will feed him. No, You in contingency, I have seen in COVID, so many industries have collapsed. Why collapse? Because they don't have proper financial planning. You should see employee is a part of your, it is a asset of your company. So you should take care of him right from the beginning, from planning stage. If I get 100 rupees profit, I will keep 20 rupees or 10 rupees for their salary. So even though I didn't get the money, in some recovery money is not recovered, or from the customer or our supplier, whatever it may be. So I will able to sustain their family, or I will able to sustain the, because your manpower goes out. That means in that many skilled people are there, skilled, unskilled. You don't know. They are accustomed to that. So that is I don't like. And this, being a financial planner, I came to know why this fail. Because I have one industrial also. I told him also, you do better planning such that you will able to draw salary from your investment, so that in future their salary will not be a liability for you. You go on first investing for their salary, because unless and until their work, your company is not going to work.
Right.
Without manpower, no company will work. Because you have to, so you first make adjustment for that. After raw material and everything, you have to make arrangement for certain salary also. Initially, it may not be possible 100%. Say you will able to generate 5% return, 10%. Afterwards, his full salary. And if you give, see, if you are going investment at your 10%, 12%, you can give the yearly rise also, na 5%, because your investments are also going. I don't understand. May not be. I am not that much financial person, man. But whatever I see from my financial planning, it should do like this. At least you should be able to give the 50% salary. That should be the aim in any condition. Just like a COVID, so many people have closed down their units. This was not proper time.
Absolutely, Mr. Acharekar.
Yeah.
So as a chemical engineer, do you
Yeah.
have vision for contributing to the field of sustainability?
Yeah, sure. See, main thing in case of as a chemical engineer, for anything, product safety of the process is more important. If you put any certain plant, the plant should be safe. Suppose if you put one reaction, it gets explode. What will happen? Your employee will be unemployed, and the whatever chemical you are using, that will damage your environment. Just like you don't know, I don't know, you may be knowing Bhopal tragedy.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
If such a plant is exposed, because the proper care has not been taken, no. See, that means safety of the process. So before, after, see, we design the product, so we have to check how much pressure is generated during the reaction, how much pressure that particular plant or reactor can withstand. Say, for example, you pressure cooker. The pressure cooker, there is a safety wall is given. Beyond certain pressure, what will happen? If suppose, if you don't keep water in pressure cooker, the pressure cooker, whatever water initially there, insufficient water, what will happen? All water will evaporate. It will form vapor, and beyond certain pressure, the pressure will such a burst that the safety wall will leak and the pressure will raise. If the safety wall is not replaced there, is not put there, what will happen? The pressure cooker will burst,
Right.
and big accident can happen. A small safety wall is preventing how much? This is called preventive action. This is one of the example of preventive action. So safety of the process, and then design of the eco-friendly process. So what I told you, the water-based primer, I use water as a medium, not solvent as a medium. Solvent will affect, see, solvent may that you have to take safety precaution. It should be free from fire. I have to make arrangement for fires, fire extinguisher, everything. So that is the expenditure also. No, here we have to use fire extinguisher, but for water based it will not catch the fire because water is there. So this is the eco-friendly process, and this I thought at that time. So in one company we were using this pigment. We were using, there is a certain, if you make a pigment, actually it has no color value. If you put in, the no color will impart. We have to grind it to the smallest particle, then only that product, that blue color capacity will form. If you grind to micro level, then only that pigment property, the blue color will exhibit in pigment. So at that time, for making such a product, we were using salt as a grinding material, and we used to grind 36 hours, 48 hours, like that. So we what we change, we change that process, and lot of huge, again after that making the product, we have to dissolve it in water, remove that salt, and then dry, and we have to use it. But the waste generated was such a huge, so where to dispose?
Exactly.
And it is contaminated. It is not easy to purify. So we designed a solvent process so that that salt is not required. We do only grinding, and we do the conversion of that pigment and give it for us. So we reduce energy consumption, we reduce the waste, because any generation of waste is liability to earth.
Right.
Because always in our mind, whenever even I use electricity, when I put switch on, that means I am consuming that much electricity, I am consuming that much water, natural resources, which is depleted. Every people should keep in mind, when we put extra money or water, see, I have seen in many my industry, and I have given instruction also, one drop within 1 minute, it wastes around 100 ml of water. You imagine how much water we have. I have seen many public toilet and everything, always leaking is there. How much water we are wasting, and how much expenditure we are doing for storing of water, and we are wasting. See, this is a, as a chemical engineer, this is a sustainability. So we have to sustain. No, we have to store. We don't want to deplete the natural resources. And whenever there is a resources, you should use solar energy, wind energy. There are so many processes which can be converted into. Yeah. Then I will come to your most important plastic is plastic.
Right.
Plastic. Now, plastic should be reusable or recyclable. Nowadays, use, but they are not biodegradable. The plastic should be replaced by certain other material, such as, even though if you say no, we are making biodegradable, but biodegradable means what? How much time it takes to biodegrade? If it takes 100 years, it is of no value, na. So much waste will generated. So, biodegradable has no meaning. We should substitute like a wood, cloth, paper. For example, this plastic bag, we can use cloth bag, paper bag. Now people have started using it, but still we are using the big plastic bag. That is a waste. Where is they are going to use that? So, and after certain level, now you can recycle also. How many times? Not 100 times, hardly 2 to 3 times. Then again you have to throw it, no, somewhere, and this waste will generate. Where we will throw? It will on earth only. For example, I will say a simple example in our day-to-day life. Whatever we use, na, pen, small ball pen. If you use small ball pen, means what? Use and throw. So imagine our population is 150 crore now, I think.
Yes.
Huh? So out of that, suppose 50 crore people are using one pen, and just use it and throw it. I think if you have too much writing, you will finish one pen in 1 week. Imagine 50 people are using one pen and they are throwing. That means you are generating 50 crore pens as a waste per month. And you imagine into 12, 600 crore pens. So whether we will put this, it is simple thing. They are just dumping here and there. The certain level, after 1,000, 2,000 years, what will happen? Huge waste will be formed. So in our old days, we were using ink pen, and that is refillable. We were using ink. It should be refillable. Anything you once use and throw, that is it concept I don't like. It should be repairable, reusable. In ink pen, what we do? I know that one pen I have used for 4 years by keeping only that ink. But nowadays everybody is using ball pen. See, and if you are using inside refill, so how much waste you are generating? Somebody may say, if you say like that, we have to close down our industry and that much employment will go. But you have to think in a different way, no?
Right. It is a question of sustainability, actually. Yes, and being a conscious consumer, you have to, think of everything and for the future generations.
Yeah. And now we see whatever this raining is going on in between in April or May month. I never seen such a rainy. This is because of global warming.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we are seeing see in between whatever your crops and all these are destroying. That means it is a huge loss to our farmers, our economy, country also, even global also. Because see whether from where government will earn the money. Everybody wants give the compensation, but for how many times? There is a certain limit, no?
Right.
They have to also generate the return. The government will generate the return from us by taxing us. Such a thing, small thing, we are not, common people, we are not thinking. I think and such a level is not, I think, going up to the top management, because I have seen so many things. What I told you, the dribbling of water from cock. In any company, I will find at least 2 to 3 tabs will be there.
Right.
If I audit any company, I will 100% I have guarantee. And I know all the system we people do, ISO system, FDS system, people actually don't follow, because that will come to another, that is a separate topic. What is happening? Why I joined this independent director course? So I thought that this may be a platform. I don't know in the future. So definitely. These are the from sustainability point. Sustainability point. This plastic, yes. I have told you, this for furniture we can use metal, iron metal, stainless steel, which are reusable, and which are not going to harm the air, and it will last for years. You see, now a lot of road construction is going on in every state, and they what do you call the hurdle they are putting in between fencing, that is right. Of plastic, and you see they are broken, part by broken. I don't understand why you simple use this metal barricade. They can avoid that, and that can be replaceable also. They can take anywhere and permanent. And after that, plastic, after certain, I think because of anything, all plastic will become hardened when easy exposure to sunlight, and it will crack, and it will be put into pieces. And those microfine pieces are mixed with our lands, and your fertility goes down. This is also one of the susceptibility. People eat gutka and those whatever you can wrappers, pouches and all these things. If you see from Mumbai to Ahmedabad, how much that kachra is near the track. See, all this we are those where crop area or where their agriculture is done, all such of these plastic pouches or a goes, it mixes with the land, and after certain time the fertility land will go down. This is the pollution of land, I will say. This is land pollution. Nobody is bothering about this. This is how I don't know. In India, they are going to do sustainability. Even common people, if you drink the water, you keep throwing in outside the train. Right? This is not the way. Because those I have seen from beyond Virar in Mumbai area, beyond Virar area, there is a cultivation area. So many these kachras are there. This
right.
Pouches and all that, the waste material. So all these are waste. Over a period, see what happened. Today you are 1 kg. Every day 1 kg. How much it will in 365 days? 365 kg. All wrapper, paper, all this should be of paper only. See, previously Parle-G also coming in paper with coated material inside. Now this the plastic material. See, it is not degradable. But a huge mentality or huge efforts will be required to free up all such a plastic.
So, through our medium, we would like to request our viewers to be conscious consumer, and you have to always keep sustainability in mind for your future generations. Whatever we use, and how we use
Yeah.
will decide the future of the generation.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
Mr. Acharekar, since you are a corporate governance expert now,
Yeah.
what values do you wish to add to the corporate world?
That's it. See, corporate government, this it is a very important subject and very nice question you have asked me. See, I will try to align, see, organization at different levels. I will try to align all the levels. So for common objective and goal. And keep my thinking that keep the business environment is fair and transparent. And every employee should be accountable. Then only this governance will happen. It is not happen by one people. See, I will
Right.
give instruction, but my fellows will not, subordinate will not follow, then it has no meaning. So every employee should be accountable for that. And there are, these three things. Alignment of organizational level. Means there are different departments in company. Finance department, research department, quality control department, maintenance department, so many things, electrical department. So they should follow whatever the guidelines and norms. Then only it is possible. And you should be transparent. See, suppose in case of chemical, say I have a habit. Whatever when I started my working, so I got purity in Ghada chemical at 100.5%.
Okay.
100.5%. I done twice. Again, I got 100.5. I do, so I thought that, how it is coming, whether I am going wrong. Again, I read it third time, 100.5%. So I reported that purity to my superior. So one R&D person, at that time I was BSc level, but one big person had qualified. That means he's from a reputed organization. I will not name the organization. He told me how this purity can come 100.5%. So I told that, see, if the low level impurities are there, it may possible, it may react and it may give higher reading. Because in chemical, there is a concept, molecular weight or atomic weight.
Right.
For example, sodium chloride and potassium chloride. See, there is a huge difference. Potassium, the molecular weight different, sodium chloride molecular weight different. If it is a mix up to 1 to 2%, what will go? The purity will either come up or come down. If the low molecular weight impurities are there, the purity will come up. And I explained to my superior, this is the possible. Then he understood, yes, it is okay. And whatever, then he convinced that such thing can happen. So these are that means I tell the truth. If I could have easily adjusted 99.5%, but the message should have gone wrong. The impure product. If suppose the same product has gone to customer, the customer would have raised the objection. Your product is not perfect. In this way, sometimes it has happened because I was one of my colleagues. He has a habit of adjustment. Adjustment means what happens? Generally, industry people do like this. Quality control people, we do the sampling of the any product. So what we do the sampling and we analyze. Suppose if all the drums have come 99%, it happens. Some of the batch go fail. Say it comes 96%. At that time it has happened. It has 96% purity has come. So what they have suspected. See, there is the thing also right. Production people always suspect the QC person is doing right or wrong. So what they do, they keep those drum aside. And whenever the next lot come, they will mix one drum and they identify and they will check. So in such a 1 or 2 lots, I got such a all are 99%, one is 96%. So how it is come? I have a habit of transferring. So I did such a discrepancy come now. I repeat 3 times. Same in 96. Then I put it. Then particular those drum I was rejecting. But that fellow, what he did? All are becoming 99. He should be also 99. It is 99. And the production people have caught him. So their complaint goes to our superior. So what he did some sample, and as an external supply sample, he gave it to me and he gave it to that person. We both analyzed. He got also 96, me also got 96. Then he caught that person had done adjustment. So such a transparency should be there. So what I told, this is related to some quality department, but the same is happening with finance department also. Same is happening with quality assurance, quality control, maintenance department. If whatever see you think abnormality, you should immediately notice to your superior, or you should take the corrective action. So such a things are there. So many people don't have patience. All this coming in right, it is not coming. Do something. And such a thing. Suppose instead of 100 rupees, if you put 10, what will happen? 1,000 rupees, no? Instead of 1 lakh, if you put 10. So such a financial transaction should be checked, no? And there should be a system. See, 10 can make any miracle.
Right.
So that's why every people should be accountable. Then only your governance will become okay. If you will put on board and people are not following, then it has no meaning. If somebody see in COVID, people are asked to use masks, but some people are not following.
Right.
This is not governance. Governance means what? Whatever guidelines you have been assigned, you should stick to those guidelines. Whatever process we have assigned. See, in chemical industry also, some people will do changes here and there to make the reaction faster. This is not completely in my business. Stirring bed, you increase the stirring bed. But theoretically, it is not possible. Na? So everything, these are the called governance at different level. What I told you at chemical level, in case of financial, whatever the transaction. For example, there are, I have studied that related transaction. That the transaction related to any director relative or that. So there should be also strict watch, no? Because many people will come under pressure. Because how can I say? But because it requires guts.
Right.
In one of my concern, there was a requirement of any bill that there should be one customer, reputed customer, told me they told us, our superior, that whatever equipment we are using for analysis, you use same. You purchase that one, and we have an old one. So I already written a letter to my superior. Yeah, I want this. This is 10 years old, and it is not giving proper result. In calibration, it is failing. So it is better to. But on the basis of cost cutting, we have been denied most of the time. So what happened that particular company director has came and he explained in our audit, but still company has not changed it, and the business has gone to some other party. And I was saying it was a very good business. So I noticed, but the top level they didn't listen. So it's such a minor thing, but I came to know how one their customer complaint has come, no, because I was working in quality assurance department. The trailing mail I check, no, from the supplier from which we were taking that material, no, they went to that supplier. So that business has gone. So such a thing, such a minor, so many things are such a happening, but people are not giving attention to corporate governance. Is not an easy job. It is a very Herculean task. It is easy to say we are following our corporate governance, but I don't think anybody is following 100%. Because see, when budgeting comes, see what happens in especially in chemical or other technology changes, no, your equipment changes. And these pharma, especially multinational have very much advanced instrument compared to it. But what happens in our case, we don't change the instrument at least 10 years. So we are just ratta maro. Go on the company. The cost of 1 crore rupees. See, it is a requirement, and it is business is accuracy. See, accuracy is more important. For 1 crore, you are losing by business of 10 crore.
Right.
Just I told you that example. It has happened. I will not disclose the name of this company, but it is a very reputed company. That company has stopped that business. So such a thing are happening. So actually, we should actually review. Generally, in industry, I don't think people review. See, what are my equipment and what are whether it is necessary to review it. For example, in my house also, I always review. Previously I was using window AC.
Okay.
So I was getting a bill of 3,500 around 2015 or 2016. So what I thought, this is 3,500 rupees, how much it is coming? Now what I did, I brought inverter AC at comparatively higher prices when I purchased new house. And I put 3 ACs in my room, all the room AC, and with higher capacity. Yeah? So that what happened, actually people don't understand in industry. For
Right.
example, if they want to give the AC to lab, so what they will do, they will use old one AC. But whether it is feasible, you really will not believe. When I put my AC in my house, even though I run the AC for around 10 hours, my bill is not going 2,500. 2 ACs I am using in bedroom, 12 run, and in my common room I am using for 8 hours. Inverter AC. See how much bill I have saved, 1,000 rupees at least. And if you compare the rates of 2015 and nowadays, they are different. At least 1 to 2 rupees difference will be there.
Yes.
So this, with new rate, I think that was 3,500 become 5,000 rupees. And this inverter AC, these are more efficient. I brought it at around 50,000 rupees, but I'm saving 1,000 rupees into 12. So with I use with 3 years, there is no problem. So 36,000. One AC the cost is I have saved. So
Right,
at the same way, I save electricity means I am adding to national because I am consuming less energy and less water. So this approach should be in our mind. In many industry, I was a QC manager, no, so I requested to change the AC and to put the inverter AC. But they didn't. They were using old AC, the window AC, and they were getting lots of power, and the bill was going high. See, all such small things are not taken care in small industry. And we tell her, itna kharcha aata hai, utna kharcha aata hai. See, this is not the way. See, what happens? This all electrical equipment with modern, after 5 years technology changes, they come with better version.
Right.
So you should you replace that old one with better one. So you will get profit. See, I am saving 1,000 rupees after 5 years. How much I am one is saving and the money earning.
Right.
So this is just a
Yes. So
corporate governance.
Small steps could make big differences, and that is what is to be learned from industry stalwarts like you. So this brings to our next question, Mr. Subodh Acharekar. We are building the industry Magnates community for cross-pollination of knowledge and a community of independent directors for having a better corporate governance in the country. So what are your thoughts about these initiatives taken by WDC team?
This initiative taken by WDC is very excellent. See, I think this introduction of this concept, independent director, itself is very good. But we have seen the so many scam and all these things, Satyam scam, A scam, different type of scam. So we came to know what type of independent director required. And what happens, technical people like us, we don't know about what is going on at corporate level, because we sit at plant level and we never exposed to top level. Only though I think HR or these commercial people may be interacting with them. So the actual proper feedback from technical pay may not be reaching to the board of directors. It may be possible. So the actually board of directors, according to me, they should have versatile knowledge. Each and just like I told you, a simple thing, how we can do the cost cutting, save the money, improve, increase the profit, like that. So actually those people, the initiative is quite good. And here I will suggest, I think in India, we don't have a data bank of various experienced people with vast knowledge.
Right.
So those remain untapped. So I was not knowing whether this independent director, when I saw that and I was curious, let me see what is that. So I took this. And the fees was quite high. So I thought it is big because what people will think, such a high fee, nobody will go unless that director is there. Because they know their remuneration and all these things. I thought that let me understand what is this. So that initiative, I think I have the database should be actually prepared. Definitely.
Right, sir. It was super insightful of you.
Yeah. Especially
Yes,
this AG expert now, all such a technical knowledge is very important. See, those top level people may be expert in this commercial knowledge, finance knowledge, that your ratio like balance sheet. Yeah. But in such a case, this is actually proper hardcore knowledge, technical knowledge, because it can do the miracles. And if such a people are brought to your board of directors, definitely it will help. But they should be given opportunity, and the people should listen. I don't know, because such a top level, when we will work, how to interact them. This is also a problem, because sometimes I see whether I will point out some certain thing, whether they will listen, because those who are renowned people, they may not listen. This is also one of the challenge to me also in future. See, a big person is there as a managing director, he is reputed, and if I say something, he may not listen, because those are challenges are also there. Then how to explain them and all these things, that will be I have to also study. But definitely there are and this whatever the issue, I will say the initiative of WDC is no doubt, because they have given such a nice. I think only one institute I heard before that. I think around something 10 years back, Institute of Director, I think. So I got confused with that. Whether that is, but later on I found that is different. I think 2-3 institutes are there, not more than that. But initiative is definitely good. And what will bring, this will bring the different people at your platform, and you can provide good data bank or people to betterment of our industry. It is definitely going to help the other industry, because the concept of independent director is coming. And even I heard that ESG also report they have made for top 250 is compulsory, and in next few years something the more members will be added. Definitely, initiative is very excellent.
Thank you, Mr. Subodh Acharekar, for joining us today. Wish you the best for your future endeavors. Moreover,
thank you very much.
Trust that this initiative by Directors Institute has unquestionably expanded the participants' understanding and enriched their minds.